Cowboys and cowgirls, how are you sitting in the saddle right now? Have you got your legs tight against the horse and got the reins in your hands? Or are you just being drugged behind the horse through the cactus? CherieHanson here. This is the image that's coming up in my mind right now. I'm finding that a lot of people are finding out how strong their house is. Let's imagine you're in a tornado alley and your house has survived so many tornadoes, so many whirlwinds, so much destruction, and you've got confidence in it. Or maybe you've got a great root cellar. I don't know, one or the other. But I do know this. For those people who haven't been working with their mind, for those people who have not learned to stay in a place of calm, no matter what's going on outside, this is a very challenging time because there's just so much fear and so much anxiety. And it's kind of like, I see people who are, it's not enough that the media is sending out all of this horrific stuff. There are people who are posting with glee about some new horrible thing they found. And my thought about that is, yes, it's good to know. It's like, yes, it's good to understand why we have been controlled, why we've become puppets, why we are manipulated into not loving one another. But once you understand, once you get it, yes, in the past we were manipulated. In the past, we were mind controlled. But now we're being called on to go to a higher vibration. Now we're being called on to be more intentional in the way we live. And if you are in a place where you are simply seeking solace, that's fine. Comfort, solace, consolidation, getting to a place where you feel loved and safe in yourself, by yourself, that's great. But if your solace is drinking, eating chemicals, doing what other people are doing, I see a lot of people who are very angered about the fact that the media has been controlled. Going out in large groups where the shared story is we have to all fit in this reality. It's like an evil librarian at story hour. Sit down, children, sit at my knee. I'm going to tell you about how the witch and the goblin and the troll and the warlock have all got you trapped. And we have to make a decision. And this is a big, big part of knowing who you are. Am I strong enough to know about every 3-year-old child that has been used for pornography and then killed? Is that serving me? Do I have a strong enough vibration, a strong enough spirit, so I can watch. I'm like, I don't even want to see people picking flowers anymore. It's a snuff film. No, leave the gladiola alone. Let it just stand there. And so we have been controlled, even in our reaction to finding out we've been controlled. This is the very deep black humor about our situation right now. Oh, I'm going to find out all of the crappy things that are going on because somehow that's going to make a change. And I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't make a change. For you to lower your own energy, for you to terrify yourself with the details, it's enough for me to know that dogs sometimes get hit when they cross the street. I don't need to see videos every day about dogs getting swacked by garbage trucks. That does nothing for my vibration. And now we get to the real issue. The real issue is we need to check our oil. We need to check our tire pressure. We need to check the energy that we're living in, however you check it. And I'm going to tell you something that helps a lot with this. There are different hertz that we vibrate at. And if somebody puts a sensor on your skull, they can see what parts of your brain are activated, your amygdala, your fear, your terror, your woundedness. It's like, ah! Like it's just going off. Or we make an intention to first test our vibration, and next of all, be the good parent to ourselves. So the highest vibration, 700 to 1,000 hertz, is enlightenment. And most of us have no idea what that means. It's like astral travel or wiggling my ears. I've heard of a rumor about that, but I don't really know what that looks like or feels like. If you take it apart, you understand a little bit more. Enlightenment means living in a state of lightness. Living in a state where you are so secure and so optimistic that nothing is dimming your light. And some people can spend 17 lifetimes in a row trying to get there. Can I try again? Can I try again? Game over. Let me try again, see what my score is. The next one is peace and bliss. We're looking at about 600 hertz there. One of the things that I find really help with training the mind, you train the mind like you train a Mustang horse or a puppy, like all those impossible things, to recognize when you're feeling peace. So one of the things I tell the people I'm coaching is to recognize it and to say it out loud. So when I watched a Paddington Bear movie, I say to myself, I feel so blissful. I feel so peaceful. I feel happy. And when you say it out loud, you teach yourself to recognize when you're there. It's like somebody who can't read a friggin' map. I want to get to bliss and peace, but I don't know what it looks like. I don't know where it is on my map. So you actually work at training your mind to knowing this. Walking along the waterfront, watching a line of ducks all swimming together and quacking, and I can look at that and say, oh, I'm so happy right now. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful moment. So this is how we fight back. This is how we throw a Molotov cocktail at the darkness of all of those who want us to be terrified. And it's learning when we have achieved states of higher vibration, recognizing it and feeding it back. Joy, 540 hertz. I have joy looking at my cat. The way he curls up in a chair and he twists his little paws around. I just look at him and I go, I feel so joyful right now. I feel so blessed right now. And this is how we fight back. Not by sharing the fact that on some island they have a ritual for cutting ears off. That's not going to raise your vibration any. You say, oh, but I need to know it. You don't need to know every horrific thing that's going on. It's too much for a human psyche to carry. It causes you to give up and become apathetic. What can I do about it? Nothing. I think I'll just eat a bunch of pie. So joy, love, 500 hertz. Now, love is an interesting one because the word love has been hijacked and deformed by Western culture. Only native cultures, only cultures that have a long history of spiritual development understand what love is. Love is not codependence. Love is not rescuing other people. Love is not intrusive. And that's one I had to learn because I could be so damned intrusive. Enough already. Love is simply firing up your higher heart area so that it feels warm and expanded. And then you're in a place where you can send it. Does the person have to know that you sent them a big love blanket? No, they don't have to know it. It's about energy. It's not about the 3D world. I'm going to give you a bunch of money so you can see how much I love you. This is the thing my mother taught me. Love is money. And I know you'll find this very amusing. All my life, when she gave me a present, it still had the price tag on it. So I could see how much she had sacrificed to love me, how much it had cost her. So for the longest time, that's the only way I thought I could show my love or affection to my children, to my mate. One partner didn't like the size of my TV, so I went out and bought a bigger one on my Visa. This is how much I love you. You got 4 more inches on your TV screen, and I'm in debt. So we mistake what love is in our culture. Love can be for anything. Love can be for your pet. Love can be for a plant. A flower, an Elysium that's blooming right now is getting so much of my love. I stand next to it. I send it love. I appreciate it. And the secret is when you are loving something by sending it loving energy, you are increasing your ability to love. It's like working out. You're building your love muscle. So you walk down the street, you have neighbors that you really like. You've talked to them before. They've been kind to you. As you go past their house, you think to yourself, I love that. I love the people in that house. And that increases the vibration in the neighborhood, in your own heart, and in theirs. And they will feel it. They will feel it. You don't need to prove it, because there have been so many tests to show that when you show love to somebody, when you send love to someone, they feel a lift. Maybe they don't know who gave them that lift, but they will feel it. The next one is acceptance. Oh, that is such a hard one. We're taught to judge. We're taught to measure. We're taught to give tests, performance tests, and, alignment tests. Are you just like me? And this is when you get big-hearted. You are nothing like me. As far as I'm concerned, you're like a sea creature who doesn't breathe air. But I accept you. I accept you as being different than I am, because I have the ability to do that. Raises your vibration as soon as you get there, 150 hertz. I accept you as you are. Maybe you're knuckle-headed, knuckle-dragging, thick-skulled, conspiracy theory. I don't care what it is. But you're in a place where you're not having requirements for somebody to apply for the job of being a human being. They've already got the job. They're already a human being. So just pull back your judgments and get to a place of acceptance. My son once said something to me I thought was so good. He used to say to people who were giving him victim stories or who were doing something really stupid, good luck with that. And I thought, yes, that's it. Good luck with that. I hope you will be okay. And that's the thought that you can send. Reason, 400 hertz, not a very strong vibration. If you're using only your brain, you're handicapped. You'll probably be kept back in school. Why is she 30 and still in grade 3? Because she's letting her mind run her life. The next one is willingness. The next one down is trust. And I think it's really good. This has helped me a lot. When I get up in the morning, I make an intention to trust. And let's talk about what I trust. I trust my body. My body will heal. If there's something wrong, if I got a virus, I trust my body. I trust the universe. The universe has given me so many gifts, has rescued my ass so many times. I trust other people. Other people may be lost. They may be mistaken. They may be frightened children. But I trust that they will find a better way. If I trust, then I can't be driven down into the lower vibrations. They can't get me and make me a stupid, drooling, fearful infant. And that's what we're fighting. We're fighting that. The next one is courage, and then pride, and then we get to the good part. Anger. We immediately go to 125 hertz. That means that your Oklahoma house in a tornado cannot withstand a heavy wind, let alone a whirlwind. You are defenseless. As soon as you're in hate, you are defenseless. Your body is defenseless. Your mind is defenseless. It's down to a 60 IQ. And your spirit is defenseless. And then we go down to desire. Desire is a child fantasy way of living. Oh, I really wish I had a bigger TV. Oh, I really crave to have 15 sweaters. And so you have, with your thoughts, brought your vibration down to a place where you are not secure in yourself. Your house is made of straw, baby. And when we get down to fear, grief, apathy, we're in the weeds. We've got very little protection against anything. We're just flapping around in the bottom of a boat out of the water. And the last two are guilt and shame. Now, when you're down to 20 hertz, which is shame, your body starts to disintegrate. Your immune system starts to fail. Your IQ drops, and you're in a place where you can't make adult decisions. So I just wanted to go through this with you. It's a longer video than I usually post. Figure out what your frequency is. Take the measure of it and make an intention. Make the intention to heal yourself enough so you are very strong against the onslaughts of supposedly 3D reality. And I've got to say, this is the last thing. 3D reality is a lie. It's Oz behind the curtain. When I was growing up, people used to go down to have a good time and eat food and take their children to hangings. In my grandmother's day, they would do that for a beheading. Yay! Let's go see a beheading, kids. Children were owned, and they could be beaten. They could be given away. They could be sold. That doesn't happen anymore. Illiteracy on the face of the earth when John Kennedy came to office was 50% of people on the world. He instituted a program that drove it up to 75% on the face of the world. If you want to look at something with, the looking glass, get up close and look at it. Look at how many monstrous things that are no longer considered normal. Raise your vibe. Fight back. Stay on the horse. Stay in the saddle. Get to a place where you learn how to take care of your own vibration. And now, 50 people with a high vibration, according to Maxwell Gladwell, infect 3.5 million people with optimism. That's the way to fight back. Fight back in a way that's effective. Refuse to fall to your knees in grief, apathy, and sorrow, because now you can do nothing. And we want to do something. We want to get out there and shine. We want to get out there and spread optimism. We want to see the best things in our own lives. And that has to do with training your mind, training your thoughts. Oh, I can't train my thoughts. I just take whatever anybody's showing me on the screen and believe it. No, I think we're past that. I think we're past that now. I do want to thank you so much. I had 7,000 views this month. The subscribership is going up. And the thing that makes me most heartened is people send me private messages about how something I have said has shifted the way they've decided to live their life. And that right there is what we're working on. We're the rebels. We're going to be optimistic, and we're going to fight back. Not on our knees sobbing, but standing upright, being whoever the hell we are with complete confidence. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.